Oh my god, that's huge. That is so fucking scary and crazy. Oh my god. 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm on my way home. I'm a bit drunk right now. Run. We are back to the perfect weather. It's so sunny here. The sky's so blue and it's not that cold, which is very nice. Wow. I'm actually very excited with my trip to Spain because I learned Spanish a bit in high school, but I'm not sure how, if I can really converse with Spanish people. I don't know how to take the public transportation. It says here that I need to take a bus, but at the train station they only sell train tickets. So I need to figure out how to actually take a bus. Guys, I tried my best to find the bus stop and to actually pay for the bus ticket, but apparently I couldn't figure it out, so I took a metro instead. Alright, their subway is more expensive, but definitely better, definitely cleaner, smells nicer too, and definitely feels safer than the Paris subway. Wow, so nice in here. Like the weather really makes a lot of difference. Like Paris so gloomy, but here it's very sunny, look. So I'm in this area called Ramblas. I think this is one of the main tourist spots in here. There's a beach around, and I think it's Sagrada Familia, the famous church. It's just like 10-20 minute walk from my hostel. So it's a very nice place to stay, I hope. I read a lot of reviews online. It says that it can get very crowded in summer, but it's winter anyway, so I don't think it's gonna be that crowded. Yes, and also can save a lot of money for transportation because everything is gonna be walking distance. I hope it's not gonna be as bad as Paris in terms of, you know, how big it is. So I'm really hoping. All right guys, so I've been practicing my Spanish on the way to the hostel. I'm gonna try to speak in Spanish. I'm very nervous right now because my Spanish, I think it's like kindergarten Spanish. So I'm scared, but yeah, let me try. I live in Korea. I'm just doing a month of traveling in Europe. I was in Paris before coming here, and before that. It was so sad, guys. That was such a disappointment for me because the moment I entered the hostel, Gabriel, I think that's his name, he just said,
"Hello, how are you doing? Where are you from?"
Yeah, I started speaking in English. I couldn't even use my Spanish. Like, I've been preparing for it and practicing while walking on the way to the hostel, but I feel so sad. I'm such a disappointment. There are still a lot of chances where I can use my Spanish, like in restaurants maybe, or like now I'm on my way to just walk around this area, and maybe when I go to a restaurant or cafe, I try to use my Spanish. Guys, I am here in one of the most famous main areas in Barcelona. It's called Ramblas, where the shopping district is, and then I think it's very near the Casa Battlo and the Sagrada Familia, and there are a lot of people here, like a lot of people, and a lot of birds as well, a lot of pigeons. It's crazy how the atmosphere here in Barcelona is so different from Paris, so different from Vienna. I think it has something to do with the weather, because Barcelona, at least for now, is the warmest city I've ever been here in Europe so far. It's really warm in here, so definitely the atmosphere is so much livelier, people are friendlier, and I think it's just louder in general. So.
Beat up, bullied, and dunked on. Beat up, bullied, and dunked on. Bullied and dunked on. Yeah.
Now we're going to Sagrada Familia, of course, the iconic Sagrada Familia. We won't be able to go in because it closed at 6, and now it's 5:30, and it's a 25-minute walk from Casa Battlo. So I'll just see it from the outside for now. Side note, I think my hair looks so good today. I don't know why. Maybe it's the train and the stress and all the sleepless nights. I feel like it looks so good. No? You don't think so? Yes, we are not there yet. We're still walking. Apparently, Barcelona is like Paris. Everything is far from each other. But I don't want to pay for the train. I don't want to pay for the bus because it's very expensive. Plus, I'm a tourist. You know, I like walking, so it's a good thing. I can't go to the gym as well because it's so expensive. So I'm just gonna walk. Just a quick update about my 20k steps a day challenge. Yesterday, I reached more than 28,000 steps as expected because Paris is so freaking big. Gotta walk a lot. Today, I'm at 12,000, and that's actually despite the 7-hour train ride. I'm not sure if I can reach the 20k steps today because I was basically on the train for 7 hours, but I'll try my best. Oh my god, it's huge. So pretty, look. I can't believe I'm here, look at that. Like, this is like one of the 4 places I really want to see badly during this trip. Number 1 is the Eiffel Tower for sure, the Palace of Versailles, and the Colosseum, and then the Sagrada Familia. Right. It's so much bigger than I expected, and it's so pretty. All right, so I was checking the tickets, and it seems like they don't sell it in person. What am I saying? All right, so I was just checking the tickets, and it seems like they're not selling it in person, so I need to buy it online. And obviously, I can't do it today because it closes at 6, and it's now 5:50 something, so they're gonna close soon. I'll definitely come back tomorrow to show you guys how it looks like inside, and also read more history about Sagrada Familia, or the famous place here in Barcelona, so I can explain it to you. So I'll see you tomorrow again. Guys, Barcelona is crazy. The second night here, look at this. This is crazy. That is so fucking scary and crazy. Oh my god. And look at it, there were like kids doing it. Oh shit, oh shit. No. That is some crazy shit happening. I don't know what, they're all kids. Where's the man? I love Barcelona. Look! Wow! Look at that! This is how kids play with fire. Good morning everyone from this beautiful, warm and sunny city of Barcelona. How are you all doing? Day 2 of my trip here in Barcelona and day 15 of my overall European backpacking trip. Honestly, I'm enjoying it so much, but I'm also very exhausted. Oh, it's dark now here because of the trees. Today is gonna be a lot of fun, I suppose. I'm going to the beach to see the beach, of course, because Barcelona is a coast city, and I'm gonna go back to Sagrada Familia. Hopefully I will be able to buy the tickets today and to see it from the inside. And then I book a walking tour of the city a bit later in the afternoon at 4:30, and we'll just go around the area and listen to the history of the famous places in here. So it's gonna be very eventful, and I hope it's gonna be fun as well. So let's go.
Let's get it. We only rock with Mavericks. If you a clone, then step off the canvas. Lest you get beat up, bullied, and dunked on. We gon' leave you beat up, bullied, and dunked on. We said we only rock with Mavericks. If you a clone, then step off the canvas. Lest you get beat up, bullied.
So I made it here in Playa del Somorrostro. It's one of the main beaches around here in Barcelona, facing the Balearic Sea, as you can see from here. Definitely not one of the best beaches I've ever been, but definitely love the vibe. The vibe is very Spanish. There are a lot of people here, people over there working out, people over here just chilling, and people over there eating, drinking, whatsoever. So the vibe is very chill, as expected from Barcelona. And yeah, I mean, like, I can imagine myself spending the whole day here. I mean, not a lot of people are swimming right now because it's the winter, and I bet the water is very cold, but even so, there's still a lot of people and a lot of things to do.
Excellently, it was pressing to me. Descended from the parents, I inherited 3 passports. I can flex a triple residency.
Seems like most of the attractions here in Barcelona are not free. Like, you gotta pay 40 euros for the Sagrada Familia. Casa Battlo was around 40 euros as well. So you gotta prepare your money if you ever come here to Barcelona. Like, at least in Paris or in Rome, there were some free attractions like the St. Peter's Basilica, or when you go to the Eiffel Tower, or if you go to like Cathedral of Notre Dame. But here, I've never seen one single free attraction yet. So I hope there are, but it seems like most of the famous ones are not free. So be prepared. Prepare your bank account for that. All right, so I made it back here in Sagrada Familia. Look at that. It's so pretty. I think yesterday I was on the other side, but today it is, I think, the very front of the church. So it looks a bit different from yesterday. Definitely more details and definitely a lot of parts that are not finished yet. We're doing some construction works, but it's still so pretty. So if you ever come to Barcelona, definitely need to come here. I'm not sure about inside because it's 40 euros, but even just seeing it from the outside is worth it.
Probably rhyme past some boundaries so effortlessly. If a rapper wanna step, they step with hesitancy. Cause I'm wrecking with ease. Flow epidemic on these beats that I finessed in the beam. Ain't got a reservoir of seconds I can spend on you tweets. Think I got a ton of patience, homie, tested to see. I undertook a mission with impossible odds. I can't cruise with no time, uncles. I'm obviously not easily boxed. That's why they be asking.
So I just had my bougie lunch. It was paella with wine in front of Sagrada Familia. It was very bougie. I paid around 28 euros. Yes. It's so expensive here in Barcelona or Europe just in general. That's why I only eat once a day. I have my coffee from McDonald's because this is the only coffee I can afford ever. I mean, it's such a waste to pay like 4 euros for coffee. This one is just 180 euro. Now I'm on my way to the walking tour that I booked. By the way, just to give you like few tips, there's a lot of walking tours here in Europe. So the one that I always book at is called Walkative. So I did one in Paris and it was good. I mean, the guy who did the whole thing was very professional and then actually learned a lot of things about Paris. So I'm looking forward for this one. It's free, but you gotta tip them. So I think the tip is around 10 euros to 50 euros, depending on like how much you like the whole thing. But honestly, for me, for budget traveling, I give like 10 euros, 15 at max if I'm being bougie.
Why they be asking what do I rock? It's Tino Ranga, Tita Tonga, and I polish the cops. Oh yeah, unapologetic with my phonetic, don't fear. Metal up the team, there ain't no pedestal here. It's real, we don't do a fitty instead of not here. But we nice right here, cause we only rock the Mavericks. If you a clone, then step off the canvas. Lest you get beat up, bullied, and dunked on. We gon' leave you beat up, bullied, and dunked on. We said we only rock with Mavericks. If you a clone.
Quiero tortilla de patatas y filetes de pollo de coral. ¿Tienes So I had sangria for my drink, and I had this Spanish omelette. They call it Spanish omelette, but it's called nuevas de patatas, I suppose. And it has tomatoes with has bread with tomato sauce. Mukbang. And then you have like the potato omelette. Okay. What's your thing? Yeah. Like Spanish food is so good because they actually have tapas. Tapas are like the pre-meals where they only serve a bit of it, a bit of everything, and it's also like way cheaper than the main dish. So you can actually try different types of food even if you're traveling alone. Alright, so this is my second meal right now. They have like a bit of, I think it's gnocchi, and then chicken. Let me show it to you. The gravy, I suppose, is very buttery and saucy. So they eat a lot here in Spain. So they have the el desayuno, which is the breakfast, and then they have the tapas, which is the pre-lunch, the thing that I'm eating right now, the little meals. And then they have the la comida, which is the lunch. And then before dinner, they have la merienda, which is basically like snacks before dinner. And they have the la cena, which is dinner. And then they also have after dinner, which is around like 11 or 12. But they do eat dinner very late here. So yesterday I was out partying and I went back home around 2. There were still a lot of restaurants that were open. So it was crazy because people were still eating at that time. So it's crazy. I'm just having cafe americano. Delicioso. Yeah, I'm really full right now, but food here is great. Wow. The name of this place is called Les Quinzinites. It's in Las Ramblas, which is basically the most famous street here in Barcelona, or maybe in Spain in general. Yeah, this place is awesome. Like, the people are really nice as well, and then I have the view of the square, the view of like a very old fountain. I'm not sure about the history of that, but definitely nice al fresco dining. so nice to be able to sit down and actually not to be in a rush. I remember when I was in Paris. Paris was so big. I was there for 3 nights, 4 days, but it felt like I was always on the go, go, go. A lot of things to see, so I couldn't really like reflect or just chill. But here in Barcelona, I'm spending 3 full days, 3 nights, because tomorrow I'm leaving very early in the morning, so it's not really counted as the 4th day. But it seems like I already checked everything, and now I have a lot of time to just chill. Like today is literally just chilling, a bit of walking. I've seen most of the places. I didn't go inside of like the Casa Battlo and the Sagrada Familia because they're very expensive. But even though, I mean, a lot of things to see, but I was able to finish them in 2 days. So yeah, so it's just nice to chill. Like I went to this random park near my hostel. Yeah, not a lot of people. Very chill today, so it's just nice to just be immersed. Like today is like more of like a cultural day, just immersed in the Spanish culture, having like nice food, just being in the park, talking to you guys. So it's a very nice day. Also, because I have a bit of time, then it's time for reflection here in a random park in Barcelona. Yeah, so thoughts about solo traveling, definitely worth it. I'd say that I would have a lot of regrets in life if I didn't do this trip. It was a bit more expensive. There were a lot of moments where I felt lonely because I'm alone, but I heard from a lot of people that it's natural. It gets lonely when people don't speak English, of course, because no one to talk with, or if you don't meet any friends. And I mean, like, you're traveling solo for like a long time, and if you don't meet anyone, then it definitely can feel a bit lonely. So my advice to those people is that, I mean, do activities. If your hostel or hotel has some sort of activities, definitely go for it because it's a good way to meet friends. Or if your hostel or hotel doesn't have that, then there's a lot of activities online. Like you can book like a walking tour. Like I remember when I was in Paris, I booked a random walking tour of the city. I'd met like friends that I spent the whole day with. We definitely like just 5 hours of just walking and talking. So that was definitely a plus if you meet people. But of course, it can be very tiring also to be socialized because you need to do a lot of small talks. You need to do a lot of like socializing, and then most of the time I wouldn't say they're superficial friendship, but more likely like you live in the moment. So just meet these people now, you just talk, and then tomorrow you will forget about them. You don't even know their names, and then you're just like hanging out. So the beginning might feel very exciting, but then afterwards we might get burnt out. So my suggestion is that you balance it out. Like half of the time it would be nice to go to like a party hostel or to do some activities, but half of the time it would also be nice to be alone, to do some sort of reflection about your life, about your traveling. So yes, and also I think that solo traveling really helped me to love myself. Just kidding. If you're gonna be alone the whole time, then it's okay because I'm satisfied. I'm enjoying myself. Just be with me in the nature and all these beautiful architectures in Europe. But if you meet people too, it's okay. But it's also a good time or good chance to get out of your comfort zone. Like there are a lot of moments where like, because I'm alone, but I need to socialize. I want to make friends. I want to meet people from different countries, different backgrounds, and I try to force myself to do stuff that I've never done before. Like just talk to a random person, talk to people that you would never have a chance to talk with. Like when will I have a chance to talk to a person from New Zealand, for example, or like from South Africa? Yesterday I met a girl from South Africa, and we talked for like 30 minutes. But if I'm just in Korea or I travel with someone, then I wouldn't even talk to them. I wouldn't even like force myself to talk to these people because I'm with someone. I'm inside of my comfort zone. So it's a very good chance to practice going out of comfort zone. Definitely had a lot of insights about it. Definitely had a lot of learnings about it. And I feel like just even a little bit, I grew as a person. So I recommend people who are scared to go out of a comfort zone to travel alone. You should do it. Also, one more thing that I realized about this trip is that I would have a lot of what ifs in my life if I didn't do it. Because for a very long time, I've always wanted to go to Europe. I've always wanted to do solo traveling. I've always wanted to do like backpacking. So I've done like short solo travelings, but it's actually the first time that I'm doing it like for a long time, like for a month. Yeah, I kind of cleared out everything. Like not all the experience I had during this trip were pleasant. Definitely a lot of like good ones, but also bad ones. But definitely solved those tiny gaps of what ifs in my life. So I recommend you guys to do it if you have time, if you have the chance. Age is just a number. If you feel like you're too old for it, you would never do it. I mean, there's no right timing. The right timing is your timing. The right timing is now. And chances don't come twice. I believe that they don't come twice. So if you have a chance, just grab it right now. So yeah, I feel like it's very long. like reflection. Not sure if it helps, but I'm almost at the last leg of my trip. I just wanted to share my experience before I go to Madrid and to Granada. So yeah. All right, guys. Bye.